As vehicles accumulate miles, wear and tear is inevitable. Components can fail over time, affecting the vehicle's operation. While brake and suspension parts are commonly replaced, other important components often go unnoticed until they cause significant issues. One such crucial yet overlooked component is the clock spring. It enables the functioning of electronic devices that are essential in modern vehicles. When the clock spring fails, it can lead to various troublesome symptoms. Watch the video to learn more about the clock spring and its failure symptoms. It's Max the Car Guy. Subscribe and let's get started. Misc warning lights. The sudden illumination of one or more warning lights on a vehicle's dashboard is the most typical sign of a broken or malfunctioning clock spring. The airbag light, which denotes a problem with the airbag circuit itself, is one of these lights that is most frequently seen. The traction control or electronic throttle warning lights of a vehicle may also be on. Inoperable steering wheel buttons. One will frequently notice that their vehicle's steering wheel mounted controls are no longer functional when a clock spring fails. Often, this entails using the radio or cruise controls. The actual wires that supply power and ground to each of these functions are divided, which results in this lack of operation. Unfortunately, the only way to make the clock work again is to replace the clock spring. Lack of horn function. In the event of clock spring damage, a driver may also discover that their horn is not working. This is caused by the horn's power source being cut off. This can be quite dangerous and needs to be identified and fixed right away. Until the broken clock spring is changed or fixed, the horn won't work. Blown fuses. Another potential effect of a broken clock spring is the sudden blowing of one or more fuses connected to various steering wheel controlled functions. When live circuit wires are left unattended, they can arc off of grounded surfaces. As a result, each of these circuits' corresponding fuses blow as a matter of circuit protection. Unusual steering wheel noise. There are times when a broken clock spring will also make a rubbing or grinding noise. This noise is the result of unintended friction within the steering column of a vehicle, which is brought on by one or more clock spring-related parts that are out of alignment. These parts drag across one another in ways that would not otherwise be possible as the steering wheel is turned. Cruise control issues. When you start to experience problems with your cruise control system, that may be another indication that your clock spring is failing. The clock spring keeps the connection between the cruise control button and the vehicle's system functioning. You might have trouble setting cruise control that randomly disengages, and trouble adjusting speed settings if it starts to malfunction. Causes. Normal wear and tear is commonly blamed for the failure of a vehicle's clock spring. This is due to the fact that the ribbon of wires in a clock spring moves with each revolution of a vehicle's steering wheel. As a result, some wear and tear is unavoidable. The wear continues until the component fails. When a vehicle's steering linkage is disconnected, clock spring failure can occur as a result of steering wheel over-rotation. Simply put, the turning radius of a vehicle's wheels limits the rotation of its steering wheel. This limitation is removed when a vehicle's steering linkage is disconnected, allowing the steering wheel to turn indefinitely. If a steering wheel is turned more than the number of revolutions allowed by its clock spring, the clock spring will be damaged. This will necessitate the replacement of the clock spring before full electrical functionality can be restored. Replacement cost. Replacement clock springs typically cost between $200 and $750. Even though this is a fairly wide price range, the labor required for a repair of this nature varies greatly from one model of vehicle to the next. Sometimes replacing a clock spring requires more work than usual, which raises the cost of labor. Depending on the make and model of the car, the clock spring's actual cost also varies. Hope the information was useful for you. If so, please press the like button and subscribe to the channel.